Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔, talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 9:52 a.m. on Eastern Time on November 7th on Monday. Hope you guys have a good weekend and also happy Monday, by the way. The overall crypto market, is quite mixed bag this morning, I would say. Ethereum's been flat, up 0.09% at the moment at 1569. While Bitcoin is also flat as well, but you could see that it's quite opposite. And with respect to just like a look at the altcoin, you could see that the volatility is definitely a little bit more robust in comparison, which, I guess we are in the middle of a high volatile time, especially for this week, right? And just to talk about some of the factors or catalysts that we should be looking out for, in a chronological perspective, Tuesday is going to be the election day, which is tomorrow, in the U.S. front. And then subsequent to that, on the 9th and the 10th and 11th, we will have a collective experience around the CPI report release, which was basically going to give us the flavor of the inflation level that we are in, how we're going with the 4 consecutive 75 basis point rise that we have been having so far, right? So, and also on the index front, you could see that we're quite mixed bag as well. We did open on a relatively green morning, but as the day durates, which technically has only been durating for the last 30 minutes, it's been quite mitigated, so it's been just flat, right? It seems like the market is still pending on where we're going, right? Which makes total sense. So let's just take a look at the market front. You can see that across the spectrum, VIX, which is the volatility index, is high, up 3% right now, while the collective market is still waiting on what the hell is going to happen this week, right? The election, the inflationary report, CPI report, PPI report, right? And then take a look at the fund side of the measures. You can see that ARK Invest have been quite red, selling quite a sizable amount on this on Sunday. No, not Sunday. What am I talking about? Friday that just passed. And take a look at BlackRock as well to see how they're doing. It seems like it was a relatively heavy sell day as well. You could see that collectively they sold 3 billion, 2.5, 2 billion, 2 billion, 1.2 billion worth of tech stocks across the spectrum. A lot, quite sizable, right? In comparison to buying pressure, which they only bought a small amount. So Friday was definitely a red Friday. Despite we saw some rebound, but it definitely indicates that they were a little bit more pessimistic towards the shifting onto this volatile week that we're going to be expecting going forward, right? So let's just go into the technical with respect to the Ethereum recording time of basically 5 minutes away from 10 a.m. on the Eastern time. We are clearly getting rejected at the 1650. So as the next level down, we're going to be going into a more of a non-substantive resistance level of 1550, which is where we're at right now. You can see that clearly we're getting supported at 1550. And at the moment right now, it seems like we're quite mixed bag, right? You could see that we are getting supported at 58 out of 70 on RSI scale, but we are looking to kind of cross down, right? So this kind of mitigates the entire picture. So it's bearish, moderately bearish, still bearish from here because we're lingering between levels, right? So coming down to 1450, it's very likely, and knowing the fact that we are at the not a high reach level, but it's still like we're still at a relatively high level, right? We're 60 out of 70. 70 is already overbought. So coming down to like a more of an optimal level of 1350, 1250 can be a good dip for us to be buying at. On the weekly, you can see that we also extended the triple hits already, so something to think about. On the monthly, looking to kind of slide down and consolidate. So it does indicate that daily and weekly are a little bit more bearish than the monthly, which is totally makes sense. So I think as we get over this hump, we should ideally capture this Santa Claus rally, which can happen around Christmas time or sometimes in Q1, Q2 next year. On the Bitcoin side of the equation, I would say it's trading quite comparably. Daily, it is looking to cross down. You could see that we got rejected upward. Now we're heading down to the next level of 53 out of 70, so we are not completed yet. We still need to go down a little bit further to ideally 20,000. And then somewhere on the weekly side, we are showing something very similar. So something to think about. On the monthly, it is looking to kind of glide and consolidate and then subsequently reverse up from here. But, this is more of a later conversation, months out from here, ideally in Q1, Q2. Okay. So appreciate you for dropping by. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me look at some of the selective stocks. It's quite mixed bag because you can see this morning, up and down. Obviously, we don't really know which way we're going yet. You can see that NEO is pumping back up, which is quite interesting. But is it like sustainable? I'm not sure because, this week is still a lot of volatility, right? So keep tracks, right? Tomorrow's the election day, so hopefully, or unhopefully, I don't even know, that we, if the Republican side are seemingly to be, in the advantageous perspective, we should see some sort of reversal. If it's not the other way around, I think we might have a little bit more worries that we might have. And then obviously the CPI report and PPI report is pretty much like the examination, the final examination that we need to see before we can go through with the potential upsides that we're seeing from here. Okay, but across the board, it's still mitigated. Well, appreciate you. Have a good day. Happy Monday again, and I'll check you on the next one. Take care.